Back to my channel. In today's video we're actually going to be doing a base makeup routine that I've been doing for about a month. I kind of have been loving it. It's very lightweight. Prep my skin already for the most part, but I saved this step for the last bit. I'm going to go into my sunscreen with this Eucerin Age Defense Hyaluronic Acid. Step is obviously to apply sunscreen. Now you can mix your sunscreen with the product I'm about to use, but I really just like doing it like this. This is the Lumi Glotion True Match in 904. Use them all that much. Very fancy. I have the other shade, I think it's like 902, and I use that in the winter, but this shade is perfect for me for the summer. I use this all the time. Like if I were to repurchase anything, it would always be this. I did this makeup routine the first time. I was experiencing some like breakouts, and so I just went in with this Essence Can Be Covered concealer to do a little bit of just covering. And what I really liked about the routine that I did about a month ago, like when I started doing this routine, was I used my hands instead of a brush, and I just found it like went on so well. So we're just gonna like go through and kind of conceal anything that I'm not too fond of. And this is not going to be used under eye. This is just kind of going to be used as my cover up. I'm not using a foundation, so this is basically that step. Oh, I should probably tell you what shade that is. So this is actually in the shade 90 Golden, and it's lovely. I love it. I actually talked about this product before. It's like literally my favorite concealer of all time. I'm actually really impressed with it. It's the Dior Forever Skin Corrector, and I have it in 3.5N. And I'm just going to use that as like my, not even a brightener because it's not a brightener color. But it just adds a little bit more coverage than I have now, which I like. So yes, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that in with our fingers. I was thinking about talking about books that I've read this summer, and I haven't read a lot, but I've read a few, and I actually put a review up on my blog, on my website, bellicake22.com. If you're interested in that, I can insert some of the photos of the books. We could talk about the books if you want. The books is called Wednesdays at 1. I don't remember who the author is, but it was my first time reading this author. Actually, it was my first time reading all these authors, and it was kind of like a thriller, and I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I feel like I had, like, when I was done reading it, I had to give myself a few minutes to just be like, okay, actually not a few minutes, I had to give myself a few weeks, because I was like, it's really rude to like judge something so quickly. I just tried to like not do that. But Wednesdays at 1, I think I gave it like 7 stars. It wasn't like scary, it was just weird, and I really disliked the lead, the main character, just because he was just a very selfish character to read about, and it got boring at times because it was from his perspective the entire time, and it was just like reading about somebody who's constantly in their head, and I didn't love that for the book. But it had its moments, and if you're looking for something a little bit different, Wednesdays at 1 was that book for me. Another book that I read, which was not my favorite, but a lot of people loved it. Like, it has a lot of good reviews, and then I looked back, so last summer I looked and everybody's like, yes, this book. And then this summer I checked the reviews to see like if I was crazy, because it took me 2 summers to read, so if that tells you anything. I should have stopped reading it, but I didn't. I was like, I'm gonna keep going, because I thought this book was gonna get me out of a rut. It did not. It just made me not read the book, or any books for like a year. And that's not the book's fault, it's just that's a me thing. But yeah, it was called, what's it called? Happy Place. A lot of people like it. It's an Emily Henry novel. It was my first time reading the author, Emily Henry. And I don't know. So yeah, right now we're gonna go into some powder. I just found the book to be, and I'm in my 30s, and I feel like that had a lot to do with it. I just felt like the characters felt very immature. Like the lead character didn't really know herself very well. It more or less focused on like her friends, her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, not to give too many spoilers away, but it was just like not my favorite read. But one book that I did like, which a lot of people did like, what do you call it? The UnHoneymooners. That one was cute. I can see that one being made into a movie, and I hope it is made into a movie because I think it'd be really cute. And then the last book that I read, I'm just going in with this Huda banana bread powder, was Call Me a Cab, which was super fun because it was written in the 70s. Apparently the author didn't even publish it, and the author has since passed away, and so it was published by somebody else, I guess, who like went through the transcripts and of their writing and like put this together. And he normally writes thrillers, and so this is it's like a departure for him, and I enjoyed it. I thought the writing was really good, and I loved the storyline, and it was set in the 70s, so right up my alley. It was just a really cool book, and I enjoyed that one. So I think those are all of the ones that I've read this summer. Not very many, but you know what? That's okay. I had to read The Fairy Queen in college, and that ruined reading for me. Well, actually, being an English major for a second ruined reading for me because I was an avid reader. If you study what you love, sometimes it just kills the vibe, and so it's taken me a really long time to like get back into reading, but those are the books I've been reading and I've been liking. So yeah, so now that we've like set our face with powder, we're gonna go in. Oh, I should tell you, there's no eye makeup in this look. Right now, I will be going in with my NARS Laguna 4 bronzer. Love this stuff so much, so much. It's a perfect cool tone brown for somebody like moi. In the last video, I used the NYX Butter bronzer. Now, as the formula itself is beautiful, it is not for cool toned or neutral cool people like myself. It is very red undertoned wise. So I've just been using that as like an eye base because it's a gorgeous product. It's so pretty. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Another good one, like drugstore wise, I would say is the Essence bronzer. And I've used that in a few videos. I'll try to link the last video that I used it in. It's been a while, but yeah. So it can get a little creasy in like the product sometimes, so you can avoid it, or you can kind of just go in with your fingers or a brush and kind of just like pat away any excess that might have gotten into your nose crease. So now we're gonna go in with our blush. Now in the last video I went crazy with the blush because I love blush, and it was just like a fun, like I was just getting inspired by like the 80s and like dolls and like all of that. So this, obviously since I'm wearing a red lip, I will be toning it down. And with this product, this is the NYX Buttermelt blush in my Butta half. It is a cool pink, they say. I'm gonna just like blend. Like, she's very blendable. I've been loving about this product is it's very stroby, so it's kind of like a 2-for-1 product. So it does go on kind of like a highlight, so you kind of can skip that step if you want to. It's not really asking for you to go and do a lot extra. And then I'm actually not going to be using a setting powder because I've come to the realization as somebody with combination oily skin that maybe setting powder might not be for me, because what I've noticed is I will set my face and then like it like reactivates the, you know, so the natural oils, it just is like, oh, you want that to happen. I'm like, no I don't. And I've been doing it without setting powder, and I've seen a lot of the results have been a lot better. I've been loving that. Okay, we're not doing eye makeup, so this is literally it. So let's get into my favorite red combo for summer. I've been using this main character red. It's the lifter liner from Maybelline. Now I've raved about the fine line, which is right here. I love it so much I bought another one and put it in my other bag. Like it's a lot. This is the shade, and we are just going to line our lips and fill them in. I'm loving this product for years, and it is Petal Bouche by Violette FR. And this product is kind of hard for me to use at times. It's very pigmented, so I kind of just add a little and blend it in, and that is kind of the vibe. I also have these. My skill level with this is not the best, but I do find that lining your lips, because look at this color, it's just beautiful. Lining your lips with this just makes everything so much easier. A trick that I do, and I don't know if like a lot of people would recommend, but I like to do this instead of using my finger. I just use my tongue, and so you don't have to clean up the lines perfectly. I never really do. You kind of want it to just feel like a natural smudgy red, but I love these two together because this lip liner doesn't budge and this really doesn't budge, and so together they're just like the perfect red lip combo. And the cool thing about this, like Violette has been an entire video of all of her products, but what made me want this product was A, how she talked about the product. She was like obsessed with this red rose that she found, and it was like vibrant, and this is the color that she was able to bring to life after seeing this rose color, and she's never seen it again. And so that was exciting, but it looks good on all skin tones, and it's buildable. So like the more you add, the deeper the red gets. It's just such a pretty color. I'm obsessed with it for any season. It's how I've been wearing a red lip in the summer. This is how I've been doing my base. That's the video. I hope you guys are having a great summer so far. I know it's August, so everything's kind of like winding down, but if you haven't done all of your summer things yet, I hope you get to do them. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I would love to see you in the next video and subscribe, and that'll be amazing. I will see you in the next video.